So this morning we're going to be working on the sun salute, Surya, sun in Sanskrit, Namaskar, like namaste. So salutation to the sun, or you can think of it as salutation to that which is a symbol of the energy and the life that gives, the energy that gives us life. Okay, and it's wonderful to practice it at dawn and dusk, sunrise and sunset, but it can be done anytime during the day, especially if you want an energy boost. The sun salute can also be practiced slowly or quickly. Quickly for aerobic benefits, slowly to actually meditatively and mindfully move through the poses. But either way, please don't lose control of your movements, really precise, steady movements. I'll try to include some adaptations today. This is probably for some of you the first time that you're doing the sun salute. And it also comes into, I think it's chapter 13 of Yoga Heals Your Back by Rita Triger, and she inserts some more adaptations if you want to look at that. So let's start. We'll start on our mat, and we can start at one end of the mat. So, because we're going to be going backwards. Okay. So first of all, just standing in Tadasana, nice and steady, just check the feet are underneath the hip joint and that your ankles aren't collapsing inwards or outwards, okay? And then rotate the shoulders a little, pull them back a little, bring the shoulder blades together and down towards your tailbone and drop the hands nice and heavy and go out of the shoulder socket. And the crown of the head lifting upwards, okay? So the mountain pose. And then breathing in, hands above the head, palms together. Breathe out, come down to the heart. Preparing. You can visualize the sun rising on the eastern horizon with new light and warmth coming into the day. And then breathing in, open, lift the hands upwards with the palms downwards and arch back into this lovely rejuvenating back arch, just as far as you wish to go. And then breathing out, coming down, bend the knees if you like, into a forward bend. And then stepping back with the right foot, so stepping back as far as you can go. Looking forward. So we're in a crouch position, like a runner at the front of bed blocks. And if that's hard, put that back knee down on the ground comfortably, okay? And then the fingertips are in line with the toes here. So place the hands flat down as you bring the other foot back and go into a plank if that feels comfortable. Okay, so more or less straight from your heels up to the crown of your head, and then breathing out, coming down to the floor. There are two ways of doing this: flatten the feet on the tops of the feet on the floor, tuck the elbows in. You can either go fully down, which is my favorite, forehead to floor, relax completely, or you can sort of hinge the pelvis upwards. Okay. Anyway, from the next to the next pose, flatten the tops of the feet on the floor. Nose along the mat, chin along the mat. And we're coming up into a quite gentle cobra, looking forward. Lovely back bend there. And then tuck the toes under, breathe out, and coming down, up with the head. And you're up, down, you're in downward facing dog, okay? And then you can do the little steps in downward facing dog, if you wish, stretching out the hamstrings, okay? And then I'd like you to look forward, and we want that right foot to come to the front, so that might feel impossible. If it feels impossible, put the knees on the floor and reach back to your right ankle and bring it round and through, because we know we can go into this position because We've just done it on the other side. And then look up, okay? And if you felt that actually you could jump it through, you kind of lift your right chest out the way and swing it round and through. Again, you can have the back knee on the ground if you wish, or up off the ground, and then both feet together. Okay. Forward bend with bent knees. Then bend the knees further, place the hands on the knees for a moment. Slowly, carefully coming up. Bring the arms up, breathing in, breathing out, coming down. Okay, so that was one sun salute. And you can do it with, I was taught it with 2 downward facing dogs. So next time we do it facing the other way. And with the other leg, we'll do it with 2 downward facing dogs. So you can see how you can slow this right down. And also you can do it with the breath. Each movement, each breath, you go into the next movement. So let's do it from the other end of the mat this time. Okay, and we're going to take the left foot back. So first of all, breathing in, breathe out, coming down to the heart. Lovely. And then the next in breath, hands go up, palms downwards, and you reach the palms towards the ceiling, arching back comfortably. Use your abdominal core to keep you strong. And then breathing out, coming down towards the floor on the knees, not too strenuous. And then the fingertips and the toes are in line as you stretch your left foot back. Looking forward. Maybe you can put that back knee on the ground if you wish. And then you can push back into, this is where we can insert another downward facing dog. Okay. And then go into the plank. And down to the floor. The middle part of the sequence, you can have a little bit of a rest there. Stay there longer if you wish. But on an in-breath coming up into the cobra pose, tuck the toes under, going into downward facing dog. And then we want that left foot to come forward. So either place the knee on the floor and swing it round the side. Whichever is easiest for you, or jump that foot forward. Looking forward, you can have the knee, back knee on the floor or not. Breathing out, forward bend. And breathing in, coming up. Lovely. So the main thing to remember is doing it at your own pace and always doing a pair. So in one pair, the right foot works, and in the first, and then in the other pair, it's the left foot. Okay. So should we do another pair together? What time? This has only taken about 10 minutes. So this time I'll face my mat towards you. Okay. And obviously that's probably a good position for you to be having your mat so you can see me. Right. Let's move that over slightly. Gives you a nice rest from what we were doing whilst I fiddle. So breathing in, up, breathing out, down. Okay. If you're at the middle of your mat, stepping forward, breathing in, going up and back, and breathing out, coming down. Then looking up, step back with your right foot, and either the leg is a bit straight at the back, or you can put your knee on the floor. And your toes and fingers are more or less aligned. And then flattening the hands onto the floor, stepping back into downward facing dog. Breathing, coming through to plank. Breathe out, going down. Rest the feet on the floor, tops the feet on the floor. Breathing in, nose along the mat, chin along the mat, up into cobra. Tuck the toes under at the back. And downward facing dog. And then either put the left knee on the floor and bring that leg round, or jump that foot through. So you're in the starter position, lovely. And then both feet together. And coming up. And breathe out and down. And hands together. Lovely. And then we're going to do it on the left side. Okay, so breathing in, up, breathing out, down. Pausing. Then drop the hands, lift up and back, looking up to the ceiling. And breathe out, down to the floor. And then step your left foot back. And again, you can put that left knee on the ground if you wish, or you can have it off the ground. And then flatten the hands onto the floor as you step back into downward facing dog. Breathe in, plank. Breathe out, down to the floor. Flatten the tops of the feet onto the floor, tuck the elbows in. Breathe in, nose along the mat, chin along the mat, up into cobra. Tuck the toes under, back into downward facing dog. Look at the left foot, now you want to jump it forward. You can put the right knee on the ground and bring it forward with your hands if you wish. Okay, we don't want to make it too difficult. And then feet at the front, then the knees coming up. Breathe out and down. Okay, so that was another pair. And it's nice to do 3 pairs if you can do it. So let's do the last one. We'll do it with the breath this time. So if you can see me, you see my movements. I'm just going to talk through the movements and the breath as much as possible whilst keeping to the rhythm of the breath. Okay, breathe in, hands up, breathe out, hands to heart. Breathe in, hands go up. You look up to the ceiling, back arch. Breathing out, coming down, engage the abdominal core, drop the head. And then breathing in, step the right foot back and look forward. And breathing out, both feet back, downward facing dog. Breathe in, plank, looking at the floor. Breathe out, down. Forehead to floor, elbows tucked in, top of the feet on the floor. Nose along the mat, chin along the mat. As you breathe in into cobra, tuck the toes under at the back. Breathe out into downward facing dog. And then breathe in or jump that right foot forward, looking forward. Breathe out, feet at the front, top of the mat, then the knees, and then come up gently using the thighs. And breathe out and come down. Lovely. And we'll do the other side. Breathe in, arms up, breathe out, come down. You don't need to do this arm movement particularly. You can go straight in from here. Breathe in and up and back. Breathe out and down. Breathe in, left foot goes back. And breathe out, both feet back into downward facing dog. Breathe in, plank. Breathe out, down, forehead to floor, tops of feet on the floor, elbows in. Breathe in, chin, nose along the mat. Up we go, tuck the feet under, breathe out. Downward facing dog. Breathe in, bring your left foot to the front. Breathe out, both feet at the front, then the knees, forward bend. Breathe in, using the thighs to come up. And breathe out, coming down. Hands in namaste. So, there we go. Short 15-minute practice with 3 pairs of sun salute. Hope you enjoyed that.